The introduction. Is anyone still going, who is this guy? Why is he here? What's with the sneakers? Anybody wondering what's with the sneakers?
Yeah.
It's a common question I get asked every day. Some people come up and they go, wow, that's cool, I like that. Some people go, they don't like it, right? I get that. But I challenge you to this. Wouldn't you agree everybody probably remembers it? Yeah. So I have a question for you to start. What are you doing to be more memorable? Because you have competition? Yes, no? Yes? Is it overcrowded? Yes? So what are you doing to stand out? Okay. What is it that you could do different? I wear sneakers with a suit. I'm not saying do that. It's my idea. Get your own. But it's different. What else could you do different? How about ask better questions? Ask different questions. How about when you get an inbound call and somebody calls on a listing, you handle the call different than your competitor? How about change your vocabulary? Instead of saying monthly payment, what if you said monthly investment? Your monthly amount. Wouldn't that change the picture? So there's lots of things we can do different. So I'm here today to, well, 3 goals I have today. Number 1, my goal is to give. Give, and then I'm going to give some more. In hopes that you get only one idea to be applied. And I think that was important what he said. Seminars don't help. What you do with the information is what helps. So I challenge everybody in this room, my challenge to you from today, just get one idea and leave with it and apply it. That's it. And if you can do that, a big difference can be made in your business. Let me give you an example of how powerful one idea is applied. Have you ever heard of the 80-20 rule from economics? The old Pareto principle? I took the class twice, so if you don't know it, don't feel bad. But I think it's a pretty powerful principle, and I think it's worth noting, especially in your industry. 20% of the realtors make 80% of the money. Same place, same territory, same company, same products. Why is it 20% make 80%? And let me give you the answer. 20% of the things you do will make 80% of the difference. And there's the secret, if you believe in secrets of success. There's no secret. It's 4 or 5 things that matter. And what if we could be a little bit better in each one of those areas? So I challenge you to this. What are those 4 or 5 things for you that if you were better at could make a significant difference in your ability to get a client or to lose the client? Yeah? In the game of baseball, you run, you throw, you catch, you hit. How much do you make? Baseball? Major League Baseball, how much do they make? Millions, with an M, millions. What about at the level right below them, which is like the AAA baseball? How much do they make?
Thousands.
Thousands. How about AA? Hundreds. How about single A?
Dollars.
Nothing, right? So isn't that true in real estate? It depends what level you are. So how can you take your business to the next level? And let me give you the answer. Focus on 4 or 5 things that matter the most and get better at each one of those areas. So my goal today is to give you that one thing that maybe you can go to work on and apply, practice, drill, and rehearse, as he said. Yeah? So that's my first goal. I'm going to give in hopes that you get only one idea to be applied. Here's another reason I'm a big fan of one idea. Has anyone seen that movie, Groundhog's Day, with Bill Murray? Yes, a couple of you guys? The concept of the movie is every day is exactly the same. So he wakes up in the morning to the same song on the radio. It's a Sonny and Cher song, I Got You Babe, every morning on the radio. Every day he walks outside, he sees an insurance guy on the corner, every day. Every day he steps off of the curb into an ice puddle. Every day exactly the same. Now, There's a point in the movie where he realized every day was the same. So he said, what if I changed one thing? So one day he decided to step over the puddle instead of in the puddle. And guess what happened to the rest of the movie? It started to change. So I give you this message and we'll start. Isn't it true, if you change, that everything can change for you? If you're in sales and you change your skills, what will happen to your income? It will change, right? If your income changes, what will happen to your attitude when you get your paycheck? Oh, it will change. So I give you this lesson and we'll start. If you change, everything will change for you. What if you change what you're saying when you get an inbound call on a listing? What if you change what you said when someone tells you, well, I can list with someone else for less? What would happen if you changed what you say right now to something different? So that's our goal today, is to give in hopes that you get an idea. Second goal is to have some fun. Is that okay? Yes? Yes? Okay, I'm going to give you a fair warning. I'll have fun with or without you. Okay. You ever met those people weaned on dill pickles? Do you know the term? Weaned on a dill pickle? No? It's like the sourpuss? No? Okay, never mind. Stay away from those people, just so you know. So I will have fun and I'll do it with or without you. You're all fairly warned. Third goal. I worked for Tom Hopkins for 17 years. My job consists of traveling every day 100%. So I'm always on the road. Don't feel sorry for me. I love what I do. I love this. So I come to give you an opportunity as well. On November 27th, Tom Hopkins will be speaking in Toronto. Probably his very last seminar in Toronto. He's been doing this over 40 years. Long time. He's retiring in 4 years. So we're doing a whirlwind tour of the country, and I'm visiting all the different cities and giving people opportunities to go learn from one of the best. So if you feel the ideas I share today are congruent with what you think can take you to the next level, then you might consider coming. If you don't feel that Tom Hopkins material can take you to the next level, I'll be the first person to tell you, you probably don't want to come. So your choice of what you want to do, it's just an opportunity. No is a perfectly acceptable answer. It's okay. But some of you in this room might understand the concept of sales and this. If you're not getting better, what are you getting? Worse. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So your company wanted to give you an opportunity on November 27th to go get better, to practice that and take it to the next level in your business. So if you're that kind of person, great, there's an opportunity. If not, that's okay too. I assure you, you will walk out of here with an idea that you can use today. Okay? Are good? Okay, so let's start with this. Who's ever heard this before? In North America, they did a study. They said less than 3% of Americans have their goals in writing. Less than 3%. Do you think that's probably true amongst the country, all the different countries as well? Yeah, we did the study in North America. However, that's probably true in most countries. Less than 3% of Americans have their goals in writing. So I have a question. How many of you, for the year 2012, actually wrote down, this is what I want this year. This is what I want to have. This is what I want to accomplish. This is where I want to go. This is how much money I want to make. And unfortunately, we find not many people have done that. So, if you don't have a goal in writing for 2012, guess what's happened in 9 months? The answer? Not enough. Not enough. See, unfortunately, a lot of people are looking to the economy and saying, oh, it's tough. I hope the economy changes. I hope the company changes the pay structure. I hope I have a client who can afford the house. Did you guys hear about the new drug salespeople are taking in the States? Did you guys hear about this? It's a new drug that realtors are taking. You didn't hear about it? It's called Hopium. Hopium. Thanks for the charity laugh on that. I'm not going to quit my day job, I swear. Okay, corny, yes. I deserve the response you gave me. But what's the point? If you're hoping and you're in real estate, you're in the wrong profession. Why? Give me a reason most people choose sales. What do you think? Money. It's the second highest paid profession in the world. Sales. Most people choose it for the money. Here's the problem. 20% of the people make 80% of the money. So most people who get into the business for the money are disappointed. Here's why I think we should get into real estate. For the opportunity. Because when you get into something for the opportunity, you look for it. You find it, you seize it. When you get into the money, you just say, oh, it's going to come. Not that easy, right? It's not that hard, but it's not that easy. So, for you to have a mission, a purpose, for you to not quit when times get tough, you got to have a goal, right? So, I challenge all of you to this question. When does the new year start for most people? If I ask this question, what would most people say? January 1st. Says who?
Kids.
Oh, says a calendar. Are you going to let a calendar dictate your actions? And I hope not. Because what do you think happens to most realtors come November and December if they're behind on their goals? What do you think most people in real estate do if they're behind on their goals in November and December? What do you think they do? They start saying stuff like this. Can't wait till next year. Yeah, next year is going to be better. Meanwhile, they've just wasted 2 months waiting for the new year. Here's the beauty of everybody in this room. You're all blessed with this thing. And this thing is called the dignity of choice. I guess what I'm saying is this. If you don't like your production right now, I have good news. You don't have to keep repeating it. You can change it. And some of you are one idea away from changing it. Yeah? Second piece of good information. You don't have to wait till January 1st to start over. You could decide if you wanted September 18th is the first day of the year. Couldn't you? And if you did that, you know what you'd be? In your first quarter, not your last quarter. And if you're in your first quarter, are you excited? Sure you are. If you're not hitting your goals and you're in your last quarter, what happens? Right? It changes what you'll do every day. So I give all of you permission to make today the first day of the year. Does anybody need a good excuse to go party tonight? Happy New Year, right? Go celebrate. So if today was the first day of the year for you, how much money do you want to make within the next 12 months? So whatever number that is, just write it down. Take a second and write down, here's how much money I want to make in 12 months, starting today. So whatever that number is, just take a second and write it down. And I'm going to share with you why you're 10 times more likely to achieve it if you write it down. Now, some people choose to write it down. I sometimes look out and see people don't write it down. Why wouldn't somebody write their number down? Why not? Oh, because then they're accountable. Oh, then there's pressure. Here's the reason people don't write their goals down. They don't want the accountability. So, some of you wrote your goal down. Why did you do that? So you had the accountability. Isn't it true the same reason people write their goals down is the same reason people don't? Because then they're accountable. And see, if they're accountable, if they fail, whose fault is it? Oh. See, most people like the luxury of blaming everybody else. When you write it down, there's no one else to blame. Success is your own damn fault. True? Who's the president of your company, by the way? Who's the president of your company?
Tony Mo.
Who is it?
No.
Oh, he's here. I should have done my research, huh? Boy, don't I feel silly. Don't worry, I knew that. Let me ask the question again. Who's the president of your company?
Yourself.
Thank you. No disrespect. He's given you a great place to work, a great place to come, make money, help, serve clients. But here's the reality. You are the president of your company. And if you are successful, it is not his fault. It's yours. If you are to fail, it is not his fault. It is yours. So if you have a goal in writing, are you more likely to achieve it? And the answer is, of course. 10 times more likely. Now, how long did that take? Depending on how many zeros you had, right? It doesn't take very long. But they say you're 10 times more likely to achieve it because when you write it down, there's a domino effect. You said you can see it, right? When you can look at your goal every single day, what happens up here and what happens down here? Your reticular cortex up here kicks in. You know your reticular cortex? It's part of your activation system. I won't get too technical on you here, but it acts like a flap. The reticular cortex is a flap. And what it does is it keeps things out or it lets things in. What are you letting in and what are you letting make sure it doesn't get in? Negativity. Oh, the market. Oh, the economy. If you've got a goal and everything's your fault, you're not worried about anything else. You will create your own economy. Stop worrying about the economy. Start creating your own economy. Be careful what you think. It usually comes true. Did you know somebody this year said 2012, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough year. Do you know what that person gets to say to themselves at the end of the year? I knew it. See, I knew it was going to be tough. Did you know somebody set out 2012 and said, you know what? This is going to be the best year I've ever had. Do you know what that person has a real good chance to say at the end of the year? I knew it. Just knew it. You got to be careful what you tell yourself. It usually comes true. So how much do you want to make? Now what? Reticular cortex. You start focusing on other things. You start letting other things go away and you focus on, right? What else happens? For those of you who wrote your number down, what are you asking yourself right now? How? Do you know 97% of realtors aren't asking how? And guess what's happening every day? Not enough. And whose fault is it? Tough economy. Really. When you write a goal down, you have to ask how. If you ask how, won't you come up with a plan? And if you have a plan, it doesn't matter if you have a plan. What matters is you do it. You're more likely to achieve it if you have it in writing because you have to ask the question how, you have a plan, you have a better chance to do. Reticular cortex, you can look at it, make it visual. A whole bunch of reasons you're more likely to achieve the goal. And how long does that take? A few seconds. Now here's the other reason people don't write their goals down. Ready? This is profound. Are you ready? It's easy to do. Right? I want to make $100,000. That is easy to write. True? Here's the kicker. It's easier not to do. That philosophy is costing people, business people, families, lots. If it's easy to do, it's easy not to do. Could you carry this over into anything? It's easy to thank somebody when they do a nice gesture for you. You ever not been thanked for something? Why? Because it was easier not to.